The Ondo State gubernatorial election, scheduled for November 16, 2024, represents a pivotal moment in Nigeria's democratic process, as it will determine the leadership direction of this strategically significant state in the southwestern region. Following a series of political developments and evolving public sentiments, candidates from various parties are gearing up for a competitive race, each vying to address pressing issues such as economic development, infrastructure, and security. As the election date approaches, right here on Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue, we realize the stakes are actually high for both incumbents, Governor Lucky, and contenders with the electorate, who are eager to engage in a robust dialogue about the future of the Sunshine State, Ondo State. Join us in the next phase of the show as we engage Comrade Shola on matters arising on the Ondo State elections. But before you do that, you do want to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across various social media platforms. Okay, the show is Viewpoint. Welcome back to the show where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. With us on the show, we have Comrade Adesola Adewale. You're welcome to the show, Comrade.
Good morning, my brother.
You're welcome to the show. Actually, I want to believe you've been abreast of the happenings in the Sunshine State, Ondo, which has actually been gearing up, preparing itself for the elections. So could you briefly give us a hint of what's been happening, counts down up to this moment as we proceed to November 16?
Well, actually, the two major political, don't let me say the two major, let me say all the political parties that have candidates have been preparing thoroughly in one way or the other. But to be precise, the incumbent governor that we believe and we know based on his activities, he has been moving from one local government to another, campaign and sensitizing the people so that they can vote for him.
Okay, moving on. We were talking about the chief executive who has actually been campaigning from local governments to actually sensitize the people, letting them be informed regarding this elections coming up November 16th. Now, zeroing in now on the chief executive, the Ondo State chief executive, by that I mean Governor Lucky of the All Progressives Congress, the APC, said the party is better structured to win the elections November 16, 2024. I'm talking about the gubernatorial elections with a landslide margin. Now, the governor made this remark during the formal inauguration of the Ondo State chapter of the Mandate Movement, the TMM, in Akure. Represented by his deputy, Aiyedatiwa. The governor actually acknowledged that the role of the mandate movement is to entrench progressive politics in the southwest region of Nigeria. Now, how do you think, might I ask, that the establishment of the mandate movement, the TMM, in Ondo State will actually influence the political landscape and voter turnout in the upcoming gubernatorial election for the APC?
Yes, it's going to influence the effect. It surely is going to influence the effects in these ways. You know, is mandate movement. And this mandate movement is a group. And this group, as this group is spreading presently, right, as they are spreading, they are also sensitizing individuals, moving from ward to unity level. Yes, this movement has a representative from each unit. You get it now? And they are moving rapidly to sensitize people. the reason why they need to vote APC, the reason why they need to let the continuity and the good governance that he and the former governors has already introduced into the settings of Ondo State to continue.
Okay.
This movement have been moving to sensitize people, and with this, information is power. Yes. When you have the information when you have the right information about something, it will help you or prepare you to achieve your aim. Okay. And the mandate has been moving to inform people.
Okay, the essence of the establishment of this mandate movement is actually to sensitize and inform the people, if I'm getting you right, Comrade, all right?
Victory, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Moving on now. To attain victory, it therefore means that the numbers must actually speak. Now, moving on, there were recent decampees and defections. Now, defectors from the All Progressives Congress, the APC, the Social Democratic Party, the SDP, the Labour Party, not to mention the NNPP, which is northern-based, cited the leadership of the PDP gubernatorial candidate, Chief Agboola Ajayi, as a motivating factor, and that word is in caps, let me put it that way, a motivating factor for their switch. Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm getting you, sir.
These parties actually have considered Chief Agboola Ajayi as a motivating factor for their switch, the campaign from the APC, condemning the misrule of Governor Lucky. Now, Ondo State Governor Seyi Makinde, who has actually been throwing his weight behind PDP gubernatorial candidate Ajayi, alongside the Southwest leaders, just to mention Ondo State Governor of the PDP. Now, they welcome thousands of defectors from various political parties ahead of the November 16 governorship election. Now, how do the experiences and motivations of the defectors from various political parties reflect the broader political climate in Ondo State? And what implications might this actually have for the upcoming governorship election?
Yeah, thank you so much. To be sincere, those that move from APC to PDP, I don't know if you have the opportunity to watch the program live during the opening campaign of PDP gubernatorial PDP candidate.
Launch. Yes.
Yes. You will see that they said, based on what your point to, they said that they move in thousands. Yeah. How many are they? How many are they that they are moving in thousands? It's only APC in Ondo State that people moved into. They move in before the full declaration of the campaign. They move in during the campaign, and presently like today now, we are moving to Akure North, and there are a lot of people from different political parties that are moving directly to APC to join us. To be sincere, PDP in Ondo State is already dead. Everybody knows that. Even if you live in Ondo State, you know that the PDP as a party in Ondo State is forgone issue. It's forgone issue because their home is not even settled. And they've not been able to even settle their home, talk less of having the ability to settle any issue relating to the state.
Okay.
We cannot have any issue. It can affect us. But in aspect of brother, there's no permanent friends in politics, and there's no permanent enemy.
I get you.
As I talk to you, a friend of mine is in PDP, but we were together on Saturday to watch football. And that's one of the main reasons why I love Ondo State politics. We are brothers, but individually we have our loyalty to different parties depending on what we want or how we want to, the party we want to belong to.
Okay,
I don't know, maybe you get my point.
I'm getting your point, and I want to hit you below the belt now concerning something. You mentioned something now that in Ondo State, there's a brotherly love in politics. But politics is all about interest.
Yes.
It therefore means that in the Sunshine State, the sun is actually shining, whereby there's no friend or foe in politics. The brotherly love actually continues.
Yes.
Okay, going on, which takes me up to this inquisitive question now. Again, these defectors actually expressed confidence that Ajayi would restore Ondo State. And the restoring Ondo State, now they are talking about the lost glory. Now, in what ways might Chief Agboola Ajayi and the PDP actually propose policies with reference to education, healthcare, and infrastructure, agriculture, just to mention a few, contributes to actually restoring the supposed lost glory of the Sunshine State, Ondo State?
The lost glory, they are in a better position to tell us about the lost glory of the state. Because as far as I know, with enough facts, Ondo State is growing.
Okay.
Right? Ondo State is what? Is growing as a state. Now, what is the loss? Hello?
Hello, I'm hearing you. I'm with you.
When Aiyedatiwa got there, he worked on the existing glory that is the former governor started on. And everything that the former governor started on, that is what he has been working on. That is what he has been working on, and he developed more on it. You understand? Yes. We have one problem in Nigerian politics. That problem is problem of continuity. You understand now? But when he got there, he didn't say that, now that I'm there, let me now bring out my own policy, let me now do this, let me now do that. He worked on the existing policy that his brother, big brother, late Akeredolu, has left. Where he stopped, he continued because he was the deputy governor then. Do you get my point now? Now, where is the lost glory of the state? They have, in politics, we surely talk blah, 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 just for us to have, just for us to have something to say. But do we really say the reality? Those people that deflect from APC to PDP, what do they want? What is their opinion? What is, when you are in somewhere as a follower, you are not loyal to your leader, right? If you are not loyal to your leader and you want to claim that that you can be a leader, or I don't know, I'm going to put it in a better way, but what I want you to do, because I want to use some adjective to qualify it, but what I want you to know is this: for those people that move to PDP just because they said they want the Agboola to restore back the former glory, the first question, if I have opportunity to meet them, is what is the lost glory, or what is the former glory, or what is the lost glory of the state? That's the question I'm going to ask them. Can you compare Nigerian politics 2001, 2003 with the present Nigerian politics?
Definitely not.
Because I was one of the boys, I was one of the young, as in very young boys that work for the success of the late Governor Agagu. The way Ondo State sees money that time, because that was when Ondo State was pushed or was fixed or was added to Niger Delta. Can you compare that time to this present time? No. Therefore, there is a development, and we move from one stage to another. We move from another stage to the next stage. Now, here I am. I was with. Hello.
I'm with you.
Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. Sorry for taking your time.
No,
sorry.
All together. You're informing
for taking
us.
your time. Okay. Last week, we were coming from a rally.
Okay.
We now branch somewhere. Just the governor and other APC members, chiefs they've already gone. I and some of my friends, we branch somewhere. We just okay. Let us put something inside our stomach. They saw us with the APC boss. We came down, sat down. As we were drinking palm wine, we said, okay, they should give us bushmeat. And I now said, okay, they should give all those people that we met there, those babas. Now, we now just started talking. Somebody now said among them that the pattern of this present governor, that we don't even understand it. That now we expect that money should be in the street. They're supposed to have pump money. That even if you are moving with any politician, you're supposed to. There's supposed to be money. Or after all, he is still the incumbent governor. And I need to stand up and tell them that was an old era. That this era, there's no money. Don't let us pretend. Let us see how we can fix what we need to fix. Presently, we don't have leaders where you will go to their house in the morning, sit down, and they will be giving you money. Go and work. You work. Okay. The leader themselves, do they even have money? Do you get my point now?
I'm getting your point. Not just to deviate from the train of discussion here. We can now see that even.
Okay, sorry.
No. There's no apologies. So it's now a case of sensitizing. I now see against the backdrop where you're coming from as regards the mandate movement, actually sensitizing the people. You had to branch somewhere to entertain yourself while you were on a trip. Now it sees that people who are shallow-minded, particularly the supposed electorate who are going to exercise their civic duties on election day, are actually demanding for. So we now get there, even with our viewers out there, the essence of the mandate movement. Now, don't you see these conflicting values whereby even Agboola Ajayi was once a deputy governor to the late Akeredolu? Don't you see this clash, which actually is bringing me to this question now, where in the arena where there was a debate between Governor Lucky and Agboola Ajayi. Now, Governor Lucky of the APC, of course, who is actually the flag bearer, and Chief Agboola Ajayi of the PDP, who is actually the PDP flag bearer, the candidate. Now, they recently clashed over the monthly security votes collected by the governor. Chief Ajayi accused practically Governor Lucky of collecting 1.2 billion naira monthly in security votes, claiming the funds have not led to any significant development in the state's security situation. Now, he challenged the governor to disclose the exact amount he received each month. Now, what are the potential implications for public trust here? Because we're talking about trust here and accountability in governance.
Yes.
When the state officials refuse to actually disclose the financial information of the state, such as the monthly security votes, especially in the context of the ongoing security challenges which are even going on. Might we recall some months back or years ago, we could see that there was a serious massacre in a particular worship center around our axis.
Yes,
so
Dali Church.
How will the security votes now address this particular situation, particularly when 1.2 billion naira cannot even be accounted for, as buttressed by Agboola Ajayi?
Sir, for your information, whenever there is election at hand like this,
yes,
there is always different propaganda just to push one's point, and that point may be true, and that point also may not be true. For your information, the security the security network in Ondo State presently is intact. I am bold to say it anywhere, any day. There's no much, or for now, I don't know tomorrow, but for now, there's no any security threat from any angle within the Ondo State.
Okay.
Why? All the military, the governor work with all the security agency. Let me put it like that. He work effectively with them, and he's still working with them to make sure that the state security is intact. That's number one. Number two, concerning disclosure in terms of trust, how many sitting governor has already disclosed their amount he is collecting or he has collected for security votes? And for your information, do you know that this security vote for this month may be different from the next month?
That's a fact.
Do you get my point now?
I do.
Now, if, for example, if he disclosed that, okay, for every month he's collecting, or he has collected, maybe for the month of July, he collected 1 billion for security votes, or he removed, yes, let me use collect, he collected 1 billion for security votes. And August came on board, the allocation is a little bit drop. Will he not come out again and tell the whole state that I've collected 800 million? But will people believe, even if he has already removed 800, if he have collected 800 million, will people believe that 800, actually 800 is that 800 was the one that he collected? Wouldn't they say it's a lie, that he's still 1 billion he collected, that he has already died the 200 million? Therefore, if you see a government official making donation in the church, they don't say it out. Making donation in the mosque, they don't say it out. Do you understand now? They do their things, and all what matters most is that let there be peace in the state concerning the security challenge, security issue, in which he has worked on it, and presently every one of us can move at any time, we can travel at any time, we can sleep at any time.
Okay.
They are doing their work effectively.
Okay, which now boils down to what you said ab initio: no friend, no foe. It's a brotherly love in Ondo State. So I think this issue of propaganda, which actually has come up regarding the security votes and every other or any other propaganda that might raise its ugly head, don't you feel or think maybe it might counter what you initially said as the brotherly love going on within Ondo State politics?
No, it can't counter it. The reason is this. You've said it, in which I know. Politics is a game of what? Interest. And whatever I have interest in, any form that I know that I can win people to my own side, I will need to do it. But that one do not mean that I should now send assassin, or I should now send thugs to go and deal with someone. And when PDP did their, which word in Akure? Figure out the word. They did their general meeting, and they need to block the road. Gone are the days. If, for example, as we are now, let's assume PDP is they are the one in charge of the state, and one party blocked the road for their rally or for their party. Boys will fall in there and deal with them mercilessly. But in our case now, such thing, we've already stopped it since. We don't even do it. Do you get my point now?
Yeah.
They did their rally. Some of us were passing, and some of them, they are our friend. They still make jest of us and tell us that T-Pain, you know more. You understand that type of
Obviously.
That type of play.
Yes.
You understand now? That's how life is. It's just like as you are. Maybe you're a Chelsea fan and I'm a Man U fan.
Okay.
As at the time we're watching ball, I will like to say some certain things to support my club, and you will like to say some certain things to support your own club. But after the match, we still go to club together and drink one bottle and gist.
Okay, okay. Going forward, away from the whole razzmatazz in Ondo State politics, what I can get from you in entirety is that Ondo State has matured to the state whereby it's actually playing civilized politics. Now, away from the stakeholders 100%. And participants in Ondo State politics, from the candidates from the PDP and the APC, who actually happen to be the two horse race men now, because judging from the off-cycle elections which had taken place in Imo, Bayelsa, and Kogi, just to mention the recently concluded one in Edo State, we had three major political parties in all the states mentioned vying for the #1 seat in each state. But Ondo State now stands out to be different now, having only two major parties, which nationally speaking are only two major political parties. And we hope to see in due time how they will perform and what the outcome will be. Now, away from these two horse racemen now. Okay, so away from these two horsemen now, the APC and the PDP, we would not leave out a peculiar and significant stakeholder, the electoral umpire. Now, in preparations for the November 16 gubernatorial election in Ondo State, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has actually announced the provision of dedicated telephone lines for media practitioners. These lines will be used to quickly verify information before publishing or broadcasting a step aimed at ensuring a free, fair, and credible elections in the state. How free, fair they are always going to be, we do not know yet. But how do you think the establishment of dedicated telephone lines and a situation room by INEC will impact the accuracy? And so how do you think now, might I ask, the establishment of dedicated telephone lines by INEC and a situation room impacts the accuracy and credibility of media backing during the election in Ondo State? Why? Because oftentimes it's always seen a case of misinformation being churned out there.
Churned out, yes. Now, well, actually, the matter of fact, I believe that the Ondo State INEC, they will work on their promises because they themselves know that Ondo State is a sensitive state. We believe in the trust and the belief of the media.
Okay.
Which means our vote do count. Which means an old grandma of 80 years, after casting our vote, we stand till the end, or we sit inside sun till the end of the exercise, where they will make sure, she will make sure they count all the votes in our present. That we are no nonsense state in terms of casting your vote and you go back home. No, we stay with it. They will count it in our present. And we always protect and support our media practitioners.
Okay.
Therefore, I believe that INEC will do the needful for the success.
Okay. So it therefore means that there won't be any form of sensationalism and altering of facts, which is going to be brought on board to actually, sway the people into voter apathy. No. What do you think, in case of voter apathy, might it raise its ugly head? How will it be addressed?
Based on that aspect, the security agency will surely work on that because they've been working on it before, and that's part of what. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let me say this out. Let me say this out.
Okay.
Do you know that the security agencies, they had a meeting with all the youth coordinators or all the youth leader in each local government last week? Is it last week or last 2 weeks? Just also to sensitize them, to tell them one or two things they need to know on how to tell their people, because they said after the meeting that they are still going to look for how to have a meeting with, even if it is possible, senatorial districts, that's central, south, and north, so that they'll be able to meet with all the ward youth leaders.
Okay.
Of all these parties, so that they'll be able to tell them, youth, we are agile, we don't take nonsense in terms of any little thing we react, that we should calm down and get the truth before you react, and get the truth. Let this the security agents that will be there, because we will have civil defense, we have police, and soldiers will be moving around.
Okay.
The way they normally monitored.
Okay.
In each polling unit, there will be a post officer, there will be a civil defense officer, two, making four security personnel. From there, I believe everything will work effectively, and there will not be a room for any bad issue.
Okay. On a conclusive note now, I want to say a big thank you for taking out time to join us on the show, because ultimately, from what you've just said now, between INEC and the media, it has to do with one key thing, and which is fact-checking before information is disseminated out there. Thank you, Comrade Adesola Adewale. It's been nice being with us and elaborating more with us on the show concerning our Ondo State elections.
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. You're welcome. I believe you will be on ground on that day.
Yes, and we want to hope you will also be on ground to give us happenings live from the sessions.
Okay. Let's still be looking at it if I'm not too busy.
All right. Thank you
because
very
I
much.
need to win my unit, win my war too. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Yeah.
Well, that was Comrade Adesola Adewale getting us enlightened on happenings as a build-up regarding the political arena in the Sunshine State, Ondo State. Well, it's countdown and the clock is ticking. In just a matter of days, the people of Ondo State will decide who clinches victory come November 16th. I'm Odiawa AI, and the show has been Viewpoint, where we discover perspectives and embrace dialogue. You'll do well to follow us across various social media platforms. Thanks for watching.